You didn't lose your hobby, you promoted it. And the promotion was a death sentence. There's a specific kind of grief nobody names. The moment the one thing you did for no reason at all started asking you for a return on investment. We'll come back to that word, return. Hold on to it. When did you last do something badly on purpose and feel free? A hobby was never about the output. It was the last room in your life with no door marked useful. You painted, you ran, you played 3 chords wrong, and nobody was keeping score, least of all you. Clarissa Pinkola Estés would call this the wild self feeding itself, not a skill, an instinct, the same instinct that makes a child draw on a wall, no audience, no plan, just the body insisting it's alive. That scribble is older than capitalism. It doesn't want to be good, it wants to be expressed. This was never your hobby, it was your soul taking a breath. It wasn't a pastime, it was nourishment, and you didn't know you were being fed. So, how does something sacred turn into a side gig you resent? It doesn't happen by force. Nobody makes you monetize. That's the trick. One day someone says, "You're so good at this, you could sell it." And it sounds like a compliment. It feels like freedom. Be your own boss. Turn your passion into profit. Byung-Chul Han saw the cruelty in this exactly. The modern person isn't oppressed from outside anymore. We oppress ourselves and we call it ambition. The boss moved inside your chest. You became the worker and the overseer at once, exploiting yourself, smiling, posting about the grind. Notice the new feeling at the easel. Before you even finish, a voice asks, "Is this good enough to sell?" That voice has a texture. It's the cold cramp of being watched by yourself. This isn't passion meeting opportunity. It's the marketplace renting the one room it hadn't reached yet, and you handed over the key, grateful. And here's where everyone gets the diagnosis wrong. When the hustle finally breaks you, you'll call it burnout. You'll rest, take a break, optimize your routine, and wait to recover. But burnout assumes there's a fire that went out. This is quieter than that. What dies isn't your energy, it's your symbolic life, the part of you that made things mean something without needing them to pay. When every act of play has to justify itself in money, the play stops being play. It becomes performance. And a performed life, Estes warned, slowly starves the wild creature inside until it goes silent. Not screaming, just gone. That's the real cost. Not exhaustion, sterilization, a life that still functions, still produces, still posts, but can no longer be moved by anything for its own sake. The tragedy was never that you got tired, it's that you can sit at the piano now and feel absolutely nothing, and nothing is precisely what you optimized for. Return. Remember the word from the start. The marketplace asks everything for a return on investment, but the wild self never invested anything. It gave freely. That was the whole point. The moment you demanded a return, you stopped receiving the only thing it was ever paying you, the feeling of being alive for no reason at all. So what do? Quit your job, burn the shop, romanticize being poor? No. Keep one thing unprofitable, on purpose, one practice that will never have a price, an audience, or a result. Do it badly. Let it be useless. That uselessness isn't laziness. It's the last proof that part of you still belongs to you and not to the market. None of this was your fault. The whole world is built to convert your joy into output. But protecting one room from that part is still yours to do. Thank you for existing, and thank you for surviving this far with me.